Mirror Park is a small suburb just on the eastern outskirts of Los Santos. It is commonly known as a place for hipsters to go to only to watch Fame or Shame while sipping on some bean machine. But it wasn't always like this. This place used to be a cesspool of gang members and violence. So today, we will explore the gritty past of Mirror Park and try to piece together the complicated puzzle of its success. Also, for the sake of context, I'm going to assume that Glen Park in GTA San Andreas is the suburb that Mirror Park is today. This is unconfirmed in the Grand Theft Auto universe, but it helps provide background for some areas as we only know so much about Mirror Park as is. And if you do enjoy this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. It basically tells the YouTube algorithm that people like my content, so suggests it to more people. But now, we shall begin. The year is 1992, and situated right in the heart of gangland present in San Andreas lies Mirror Park. The area is sprawling with members of the gang known as the Ballas. They are marked by their purple attire and will shoot any rival gang member on sight without hesitation. The area is also very poor. We can deduce this by the homes present in this area. One of the main developments in the area is a Spanish bungalow court. These are a series of homes placed in parallel to each other on one large plot of land, with small spaces in between the homes that connect to a larger walkway that runs directly in the middle of the plot. The bungalow court is built this way so as to provide affordable housing, as you can have up to 6 family units on a single plot of land, while also allowing some social interaction as the homes are all connected, so it is likely that during your time living here, you will get acquainted with your neighbors at some point. Most of the other homes in the area follow a similar trend, except they are just single-family homes on a dedicated plot of land, still following the traditional Spanish theme however. The homes tell us that the area is inherently intended to be affordable, and sometimes that attracts the wrong type of person. Mirror Park was actually in a highly favorable location in Los Santos originally. The local train ran right next to the suburb, within a 5-minute walk of it, allowing easy transportation from in and out of the area to people who worked outside of the locale. Mirror Park was already in very close proximity to downtown Los Santos, however. A bus ride or taxi into the city and back home was a reasonable mode of transportation for the residents. Mirror Park in 2013 is in a similar situation with slightly less favorable circumstances. The city migrated further towards the coast, making Mirror Park a bit further from the hustle and bustle of the city. The railway was also converted exclusively for commercial use. The railway is still there, but no longer carries passengers. This basically gave the residents an ultimatum: get a job within the suburb itself, or find other transportation to work outside of the radius. And it seems like lots of people didn't choose the latter, with businesses like a gas station, auto shop, barber shop, a mini market, and a shopping plaza all being present in the area. However, take note of these businesses and what experience is required for these places, and also take into account the type of person who lives in Mirror Park by 2013. Most of them are millennials who probably despise the idea of a college degree, and most of these jobs do not require them. They are jobs that anyone can have with the proper training, but without the requirement of school. It seems that the area has been the subject of gentrification. Because of the opportunities Los Santos provides, the housing market probably rose as well to accommodate the supply and demand dynamics of the area. No longer could gang members afford to even live here anymore. They had to move to the southern districts of Los Santos, including Murrieta Heights and the area of Davis, which remained affordable as it was already gang-infested and too far away from the city to remain desirable. Back in Mirror Park though, things had gotten much better than in prior decades because of all of these factors. Gone were the bungalow courts, as affordable housing wasn't entirely the main focus of Mirror Park anymore. It had transitioned into a middle-class neighborhood. Single-family homes were still present, but were no longer made with cheap materials. 2-story homes were also present in the area in fewer numbers. We can also see that more homes are in development to the eastern side of Mirror Park. Though it has been a while since these homes have been under construction, the project has come to a standstill. But why? Mirror Park is everything you want from a suburb in Los Santos, right? Yes, and that is exactly the problem. The type of person who now lives in Mirror Park is no longer a gang member, but even worse, a hipster. If you do not embrace the life that is present in Mirror Park, you will grow to hate the area rather quickly, because that is all that is present here. Mirror Park now lies at a stalemate. Outsiders don't want to move in because of the type of person who lives in Mirror Park, and even if they do, they need to have the income to sustain it. And if they have that quality, Mirror Park is likely not on their radar. The area around Mirror Park has since been developed further as well, with the biggest addition being the Diamond Casino and Resort, driving the value of the average home in Mirror Park up even further. It was able to rise from the depths of gang violence, but is now constricted by the urban hipsters who plague the area. It's like that one town that everybody thinks is nice to visit, but terrible to live in. It has a lot going for it though. Good location, nice homes, good weather, but the people is where it lacks. Despite this, Mirror Park itself has grown a substantial amount over the years, to the point where it can no longer really expand at all. The Ellis River runs from the north to the western sides of the suburb, locking it in from that direction. To the south lies a freeway entrance and main street that then converts into industrial space for the city, so no expansion can be done on that angle. Then to the east lies the Tataviam Mountains. It would be quite the task to attempt to push this mountain range back, and would cost more than what would be able to be made in terms of residential land. Regulations might also prohibit this plan as the mountains secure the Land Act reservoir nearby. It's just more trouble than what it's worth. Mirror Park has simply grown to its limits, and with the newest development still being under construction, it seems unlikely that it'll grow anymore, even if it had the space for it. Mirror Park has had a windy path to where it is now. Unlike places like Grapeseed or Sandy Shores, the area is the strong suit, with the people being the weak link. The failure of modern-day Mirror Park is at no fault of its own. It has strong job opportunities, being located so close to downtown Los Santos, with decent homes that are relatively expensive, but they could cost more, and they do in other areas of LS. Mirror Park's biggest problem has always been its residents. Initially gang members, with hipsters taking their place now. This is unlikely to change, however, as the gang members only move due to the increasing cost of living in the suburb. Hipsters unfortunately could afford to stay here, as they likely have good jobs at tech companies like Life Invader or iFruit. Mirror Park has also not been updated one time in 11 years of GTA Online's existence. There are not even businesses located here available to the players. So you have to wonder, is that on purpose? Is Mirror Park supposed to be held up in the air in the game? My assumptions say the latter. Every other area in the game has seen updates except for this area, so Mirror Park has two options going forward. It dies as the hipster-filled suburb that it is, or is updated soon as GTA Online's lifespan has begun to run its course. We can only speculate for now, and ultimately, only time will tell. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like for the unforgiving YouTube algorithm. And if you would like to become a channel member like Byron here, and see your name at the end of every video, all you have to do is subscribe and it will be replaced by a button that says join. Click it for more details, and that is all. Have a great day, or night, or evening, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.